Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jana and you're watching Curves on the Road. Last time I took you to São Paulo for the carnival in Brazil. Now I'm taking you to the 5th year of Brazilfest here in Brno. In 2022, I went for the Brazilfest as well as the Carnival in São Paulo. I have made videos out of both events and you can find them on my channel. You could celebrate Brazilian culture for 4 days, but the main program was on Saturday. It's usually the first Saturday in August in case you want to visit next year. On the weekdays, you can buy tickets for concerts in churches, clubs, or concert halls. And on the Saturday, the program is free. There's always a concert in the Red Church that is part of the Brazilfest. A huge shout out to the organizers of this festival. It was brilliant. They really did a great job, and compared to 2 years ago, I can see the progress. It was really on much better level. The parade, they said it will start at 4 p.m. You heard the first drums at 4 p.m. They invested in the barriers so you knew where you're not supposed to go, and it prevented people from disturbing the parade. A little tip: if you want to have a good view of the parade, come at least 20 minutes to half an hour earlier so that you get a place right at the barriers. Unfortunately, this year there were no carros alegóricos or floats. Well, technically there was this thing, but let me start from the beginning. When I first saw this, I was like, oh my god, what is it? What is it supposed to be? But then I found an article online where there was like detailed description as how much time it took and how much engineering in 3D programs it took to make this float happen. Here actually my microphone stopped working, but I was technically describing in detail how this car was made with the sculpture on top. The theme of this year's Brazilfest was Amazonia, and the theme color was purple. So they combined that by putting the fauna of Amazonia on the float. It was better in 2022 when the float actually served as a higher podium and more people had visibility of the dancers than this time. Apart from the floats, there are other attributes that a proper parade should have. For example, the couple of porta-bandeira, that's the lady holding the flag, and mestre sala, that's the guy who accompanies her and is her dance partner. Of course, the most iconic part of the parade are the samba dancers, the ladies that wear very little to no clothes, and sometimes you can spot some feathered gentlemen. What's interesting is that in Brazil, they banned nudity during these carnival parades. You always have to have the intimate parts covered. The capoeira martial artists are a specialty of the Brno parade because that's not usually part of the carnival. I really love the inclusivity of these parades. Especially in Brazil, there's a part danced by elderly ladies. There are always some kids, and even a part of the parade is dedicated to people with physical handicaps. It's so inclusive that even a person with zero dance talent can join. And last, but definitely not least, it's the heartbeat of the parade. The drummers kept the rhythm of the samba the whole way through the parade. The parade went from the statue of Yosh through the Liberty Square, aka Náměstí Svobody, up to Zelný trh, the green market where you could buy some refreshments. And not just any refreshments, but some Brazilian specialties. They had feijoada, which is the bean stew with lots of different kinds of meat, or if you wanted something fried like me, I highly recommend coxinha. It's either manioc or wheat flour pastry filled with pulled chicken. Yummy! We even saw one native representative of Amazonia there. When the parade is over, the program has barely started. There are concerts and shows all over Brno. There's a stage near the old town hall, which we're looking at now. There's another one at Zelný trh, and then of course the main one at Náměstí Svobody. My only complaint is the same one as 2 years ago. The stage needs to be higher, guys. There is no way out of it. Simply when you have people that are 1m70, 1m80 tall, once the stage is only half meter high, once there is more than 3-4 rows of people, nobody can see properly. So if you get some extra budget, please get a higher stage. One of the performances I enjoyed the most was the capoeira demonstration. In case you've never heard of it, it's the combination of sport, fighting, and kind of a dance. Capoeira emerged as a response to the violence which the slaves were submerged to during the colonial and imperial times in Brazil. They were forbidden to practice any sports, so they adapted their movements into choreography and music elements, so they camouflaged their true meaning.
Cheia, barco na água, vento forte, onda brava na maré. Leco eu vou, eleco loia, me manda loia, leco aí, eleco loia, me manda leco.
And another piece of trivia, this instrument that resembles an arch is berimbau.
Dámy a pánové, dovolte mi, abych vás co nejsrdečněji přivítal na programu dalšího ročníku Brazilfestu Brno, tady na Náměstí Svobody. Už jste byli na Zelňáku? Zvedněte ruce, kdo ano? A dobrý, že? Jasný, že?
Would you guess how many Brazilians are there in Brno? Any guess? Well, it's around 300 people, and I'm proud to call some of them my friends. Czech Republic and Brazil are connected more than you might actually think. For example, an entrepreneur and a salesperson, Baťa, who was famous for selling shoes, I believe you might have a store of his in your city as well. He founded several cities in Brazil and they are still there and you can go visit them. School children, when they are learning about Brazilian history, must be the happiest ones because Brazil has the easiest dates to remember. Discovery of Brazil, 1500. Abolition of slavery, 1888. And connected to the termination of slavery, there was a big need of workforce in Brazil, and so a lot of Czechs emigrated to this beautiful country to start a new life. You can still find Czech-speaking communities in Brazil, and one of the Czech immigrants, Jan Nepomuk Kubíček, was a great-grandfather of Brazilian president. Yeah, Juscelin Kubíček was actually of Czech descendant. He was a president of Brazil in the 50s and 60s of the last century. I believe now is the right time for me to shut up and just let you enjoy the show.
Tipo cara legal, tipo sarado não quero.
Papo mesmo assim, ela me nota, me xingar. Contagia quem vai e volta, tipo, quando ele deixa como é de costume. Já morri o papo. Eu sei como chegar lá.
O tá caindo e ele tá na dele. A barra tá pesada e ele tá na dele. O maluco tá peixe e ele tá nas dele.
Na dele, mano.
Cuidado com ele. O tá caindo e ele tá na dele. A barra tá pesada e ele tá nas dele. O maluco tá peixe e ele tá nas dele.
Cuidado, cuidado.
Cuidado com ele. O tá caindo e ele tá na dele. A barra tá pesada e ele tá nas dele.
O samba tuque, na onda do tchá-tchá-tchá. Vai, na pontinha do pé, só pra lançar a cinturinha. Comigo agora, vai, vai. Vai dançar.
Que a baiana
O que é que a baiana tem?
tem, tem brinco de ouro, tem corrente de ouro, tem pano da costa, tem pata redonda, tem pulseira de ouro, tem saia engomada, tem sandália enfeitada, tem e tem graça como ninguém.
samba é diário, e samba não tem parar. Na hora do vamos ver, meu samba é ruim de aturar. Vem o bonde, meu domínio. Vem amor, vem cantar, pois meus olhos ficam.
Olha de bom que é jegue. Baiana, baiana.
Faz que me faz, seu grande é o encanto. Eu fiz desse mato e vou por aí. É isso aí. Seu grande é o encanto. Eu fiz desse mato.
So that's it. That's the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why don't you give me a carnival thumb up? And you can subscribe to my channel. I upload every Sunday. Thank you very much for watching. Have an amazing rest of the day and bye!